250,000, I made 12,000. I'm gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? People are going to take another chance on that.
Right.
And so,
But
yeah. And so we would say, okay, hey, we want to go. So they may not be like, okay, I'll give you $250,000 and go try to get 25,000, but they may be willing to see if they can help us get to 5,000. And if the same ratio plays out, the same customer acquisition cost plays out at 5,000, then they were like, okay, cool. Here's 250 to go to get to 25,000. And when we get to 25,000, now we're making 250K. I mean, 25,000 times 40, a mil, type shit.
right.
Right.
And your company makes that. But the revenue, like that's like how much revenue your company made based on it, but not necessarily how much the investors are going to get from
That's
it,
right.
right?
That's right. So the investor is going to invest at a certain valuation of the company.
Are you raising safe?
Yeah, we're raising on safe. We generally raise on safe. We've only raised
What
on
did you say?
safe. I said, yeah, we've only raised on safes.
Nice. Do you have like a so your customer? Did you value your company at like a specific amount then?
Yeah, 10 million. Our
10
latest,
million.
our latest investment, we valued it at 10 million. She said 10 million.
10 million. No, because that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
We valued our company pre-seed $2 million valuation cap because it's a consumer business and the people. Because first I didn't even know what any of that fucking meant, but we talked to we looked at we worked with AI on it, and we also talked to some investors that are not necessarily investing. Like it's just a friend of Rachel's who does investment, and he said that 2 million is a good valuation cap for the first pre-seed because we're raising 200K.
Okay. Yeah.
200K but it's also a different kind of business. But 10 million, damn, that's good. But
Yeah.
then the shares that they get for investing, the money would you would have to make a lot, which you will, I believe that, make a lot of money for them to get any benefit of it, right? And will they only get it once you sell the company or once you have a Series A investment?
Right. So they invested at a $10 million valuation, right? So they're betting that the company is going to be worth more than that at some point in the future. And so
Wait, why does it keep coming in and out?
I don't know.
Should I call? Do you have Wi-Fi there? Should I call you on FaceTime audio?
You can. Is it still cutting out?
It was just kind of cutting in and out. But let's see.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you were saying yes.
Yeah. So basically, they're betting that the company is going to be worth more than that at some point in the future. And so we have to, on some level, increase the value of the company to where it is either valued at more than that or, ultimately sells at more than that, which is kind of the same thing. But it could be in the form of another round, or it could be in the form of an acquisition. So in the form of another round, we go do a Series A, like you're saying, and the Series A values the company at 20 million. So now they've 2x their money, right? And they could actually, basically check out at that point if they wanted to.
Right. Apparently, there's a lot of money in tech stuff. I was talking to this guy. Do you know the app Spill? I think.
What's it called?
Wait, it's like a black-owned Twitter kind of. Wait, let me tell you. I was talking. He's a friend of mine. He's not a close friend. He's a friend that I've met often through other friends. But he offered to help me. His name is Kwame Terra. Spill. It's a black-owned social media platform. Have you heard of it?
Spill, yeah.
Spill. So he founded Spill, and he was telling me that he'll try to help me because right now we're looking for 200K. So all the people that I know kind of have given me advice to do friends and family, angels, basically, no venture capital type of thing, because it's just too little money, and you don't really necessarily want a venture capital firm invested in your company at that early stage. He was saying, but he was telling me that there's this other venture capital firm called BBGV. Have you heard of it? No, it's apparently also a black-owned venture capital firm. Also, I met a girl. Her name is her venture capital firm is BGV, Black Girl Ventures. Have you heard of them? Well, anyways, he was saying what his advice was. He was like, if you want to get like money quick and easy, have like a tech angle to your period care company. But I don't know what kind of a tech angle I would have to my period care company, unless it's like a community platform. That would be like creating like an app, right, where people would like converse about like just like their feminine like hygiene issues, like because what we're trying to do is. Have I told you about what I'm doing at all, or not?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, you did.
Yeah. So basically, but what we're trying to do with it is we're trying to do like a community kind of. Is this Spill app? Is that his app?
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying
I
to
mean,
download
what
it.
you should do is you should go to
It's
lovable.dev.
lovable.
Lovable.dev. It's an AI tool that basically automatically develops tools for you. Like it creates apps for you. You can publish them in the app store. You can publish them as just websites. You can just start as a website first, a web app first. But what you would just do is just everything you just explained to me about what you're trying to do. You talk to this guy. He said you should try to incorporate a tech angle. This is my business. This is what we're doing. Can you develop a website that would improve the or increase the likelihood of us being considered for venture capital in the future
Yeah.
by having a tech element to what we're doing with this product. And then it would just create a product. You don't even have to tell it exactly what you want it to do. Let it kind of come up with what would be optimal for that based on all of your goals.
Wait, you're kind of cutting out. You said based on what? What did you say right before you said based on?
Yeah, based on what would be optimal for your goals, right? It'll listen to everything that you said about you want to be venture backable, you want to this is your product, like you just share everything about your product and your service and like your mission and everything like that, and then it'll create a social platform.
Okay.
And you'll have it in like 10 minutes.
That's really good advice. Could you text me the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Because what's it called? Come on, Genevieve. Oh yes. So we were talking to somebody who is a website designer, and he's a friend, like a friend of Rachel's husband, and he like does like website design for like big companies. I think like he usually charges like 10K for like a website. But he was like, I'm willing to like make this website for you guys for like $6,000. But I'm like, that's a lot of money. Do you think from you're like better in tech than I am and like just like dealing with technology, do you think that we need to hire somebody for that much money? Or do you think I should try to leverage AI?
You should leverage AI. You should always be trying to do like something that gets your product in front of people as quickly as possible, as cheaply as possible. And you know, I wouldn't even necessarily say I would have said do it yourself even before like AI, but especially now with AI, just like I said, just type or talk to text everything that you just said to me into Lovable, and let it come
They
up with
can make a website?
that thing that I just sent you, the black-owned businesses. I created that with Lovable.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The only thing is like Rachel and me are both like I'm using AI a lot, obviously for like all my research, stuff like that. Like I'm using AI a lot for that. But I'm not necessarily like that skilled in understanding like technology in the sense where like I was confident
You just
enough
gotta
to
you just gotta get reps. I mean, I can walk you through the first one, but you just gotta do it more. Like that's it. Like I'm getting good because I'm doing it more than everybody. I'm probably gonna be using AI more than anybody else in the city, and that's why, in a matter of a couple of years, like all of a sudden it's gonna seem like everything that everybody's using, I touched. It's because I'm creating a bunch of products for different shit in the city, health related, non-health related. Like I'm basically about to AI-ify the city.
You're about to AI-ify the city?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, can you send me your website for not your website. You already have for Bear. You have an app, right?
I haven't app yet, but I developed that in a different way. Like I had an outside developer for that, and that's expensive. And But on
You
some,
said that was expensive.
it is expensive, and I mean it's more expensive than developing it with AI, for
Okay,
sure.
then I have a different thing to ask you. So we're thinking of hiring like packaging designers because the thing is there is a lot of like EU has a lot of laws on like how you have to place like certain certificates and like certain warnings about like a product. But we're gonna hire this like team of two girls. Do you think we shouldn't hire packaging designers and try to do that with AI too?
Uh, Not quite. I'm not in love with AI design just yet. It's well, but I don't know. I haven't seen like an AI try to design packaging. It might come up with something really cool. I don't know, but like a mock-up, I think I think it's good to start
I've
with
done
it.
plenty of mock-ups, but like I've done them through ChatGPT, but I think it's
Yeah.
products as well. But they don't really like understand like what I want exactly, or I don't know how to
Mhm.
like prompt it properly. But
Mhm.
I usually have ChatGPT make a prompt for the image that I want, but it usually doesn't really come out as I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well that's really interesting insight.
Mhm. Yep.
So I should use that to see what tech angle I could bring into Law Organics.
Yep. And you can have it today.
You can have it what?
You can have it done today. We can have it done before the end of our conversation.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I can make a website?
Yeah.
What the hell? Do you want to look at my pitch deck?
Sure. Yeah. Not. In fact, that'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
Do what? Send them my pitch deck?
Attach the pitch deck, and then explain. Hey, I'm trying to, basically make this a tech-enabled business, even though we're a consumer packaged good business, so that we can be venture backable. What kind of online platform can we create for our community? Or digital platform can we create for our community? That isn't just a place where we can talk, but like it drives engagement in unique and creative ways. Like just
Yeah.
say things like that.
Okay, I'm sending you also my executive summary so you can read it. You can read it later, obviously, but so you can tell me what you think because we just did this pitch deck. We have like a business plan that's like 39 pages long, and then
That's
we were
crazy.
like, oh, I don't think many people are gonna read through this. But it's very difficult to like some of the stuff, like financial stuff. Like it's very difficult to be able to predict how much your business is actually going to make with like no data on how much your business is going to make. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I found that quite difficult.
And that's why you just got to put your product out there, start selling something first, so that you can start iterating and pivoting from there.
Okay, so here's the question. I have to raise 200K pre-seed. That's what our financial forecast kind of resulted in. I need to raise 200K pre-seed. And I was sitting here the other day and I was talking to, I was on the campaign and I heard these two guys talking about investments, like they were like investment guys. And I like kind of like when they left, I was like, hey, like can I ask you a question? Like I'm raising 200K pre-seed, I'm $2 million valuation capital, I'm using safe. And I wanted to know, like where do people that are at the stage that I'm at usually like get their money from, and they were like friends and family. So I'm like and I'm not asking you to invest by the way because I know you have your own business, but that you're trying to get like going. But now I'm like I have to ask all these fucking rich people I know to invest in my company, but I don't know how to do it in like a chill way. Like I'm like either I'm like very
Why would you
German,
do it in a
hey,
chill way?
invest in, huh?
Why would you do it in a chill way?
Well, like how do you think I should go about that?
I just apply to programs. I don't pitch, so.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm asking you, how would you pitch?
How would I pitch?
Like a friend, like not a friend like you and me, but even friends like you and me, I'm gonna like pitch it to like everybody. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
pitch it like
I mean,
to like everyone I
friends are
know.
different. I mean, I would like.
What did you say?
Friends are different. Friends are going to be hard. Period. Unless they are also in. I think the way to pitch friends is like, hey, do you know any high net worth individuals who are looking for?
Wait, I can't hear you, babe.
I said, do you know any high net worth individuals that are looking for investment opportunities?
Right.
So you ask.
But
That's
what
what
if
that's
I
what you
know
ask your
like
friends.
some of these people do investments?
Still, same thing. Or what you should do is probably just ask for advice, right? They will discover or determine if you need money or decide if you need money from that. But this probably the smartest way to do it for people that are relatively close to you would be to ask for advice or ask if they know anyone, because a direct ask to someone that you know, it just doesn't land right. And so that's what I would do for the people that I know.
But those investment guys were like, because the thing is, like, most of these people are rich. Like, they have like millions and millions of dollars that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and I know that they do. Do you know ClassPass?
Yeah.
So one of the girls, I know the girl who did ClassPass, who invented it, and I know one of these guys who I want to pitch, Jeremy. I know, invested in ClassPass early. We've had this conversation like a year ago. I know he invested in ClassPass. I know he invested in our other business. So I want to be like, hey, Jeremy, this is my business. I want you to invest in it. Or I think it would be beneficial for you to invest in it. But it's just such an awkward, like, thing. But then those guys that, like, I was talking to, those investor guys, who I was just like kind of like asking for advice, who were sitting at the cafe, they were like pitch literally everybody and just be like ruthless about it, because the worst thing that they could do is say no. And like, then what? It's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That is true.
It's just kind of awkward. It's not
It
awkward because
it's
I believe in it, but it's, you know what I mean?
no, 100%. I know exactly the feeling that you're describing.
Like, you're like, this would be a good opportunity for you, and I believe that
and that's the
wholeheartedly.
case.
Like, otherwise I wouldn't ask it.
And that is the case, right? But they have seen a lot of things, right? So there are different reasons why investors decide to invest. And really early on, it's just the founder, because you don't know what you don't know yet about your business, and they might not know what y'all don't know yet about the business either.
Yeah.
And so, you can say all of these things, but for someone that really knows you, you're just gonna be like, hey, I'm about to give this shit my all,
Yeah.
and I need some capital to see it. It's just like, it's not even like, here's the amazing business that's gonna work perfectly because of this, that, and the other. Because again, you just don't know that. They don't know that. Just like, hey, I'm really passionate about this, and I value you, as a friend and as a colleague or whatever.
Wait, I didn't hear that part. What did you say?
It's like, I'm really passionate about this. Me and my team have done my team member have done extensive research, and we really are about to dedicate the next 5 to 10 years of our lives to building this. And we just need a little bit of seed capital to get things going. So it's like
A little bit of what? What did you say then? I keep
seed
cutting
seed capital.
A little bit of what, capital?
Seed.
What is B?
Seed.
Seed. Seed. Yes, seed.
Yeah, and so it's like you're straight up asking for money, and it's on no premise but you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And so the number of people that are going to say yes is lower than maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now, when you have, traction.
Yeah.
And that's the deal. And then so you add, when your friend said ask everybody, he's right, because you should ask 1,000 people today when you're at zero, and then 6 months from now when you've made some progress because one person said yes and got you $10,000, and you got some results with that. Then you go back to them, hey guys, this is the results that we've made. Same 1,000 people, just want to keep you updated. And I would
So the thing is,
yeah.
I have like, let's say like 40 grand already. Like, sure-ish. Pretty sure. So like, we had like the 200 grand. We had, Amadie's uncle was supposed to invest 60. Somebody was supposed to invest 40, somebody 50, somebody 50. But then they're like, oh, we have to sell this apartment first. We have to do this first. We have to do that first. And they're kind of like dragging their feet. So those were mainly Europe-based. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start asking like my rich friends here, because generally I also feel like the sooner I introduce more about this to them, and they're like the more I talk about it in these circles, the more, and like just to give you some what is it called, like perspective, like, do you know who Jay Shetty is?
Mm-hmm.
So I've become like good friends with him and his wife, and we go to their house a lot, and we go there for game night, and we like talk and just like hang out, right? So we're just good friends with them, and then I became good friends with them over the past like year and a half. I'm not going to pitch to them because I think that's like just too thing, but I've made friends through them, and that's where I met Jeremy, and that's where I met Bayo, the founder of what's it called? ClassPass, and like stuff like that, right? So I want to have a meeting with her and have her tell me like how she pitched it to her friends, because I know that the first capital was like Jeremy and like their friend circle who invested in it. So I want to know how she pitched it to people first, right? So I get like some advice on that. So I'm going to set up a meeting with her. I'm going to try to set up a meeting with her. Like, me and her aren't really tight, but Suraj and her husband are. So I think she would take a meeting with me like based on like that as like a favor. And then, so these people, they have a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, I know they have a lot of money. Like, they're in like high net worth circles. So for them, investing 10 or 20 grand isn't the same thing as for you or me or people we know on our like financial things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, I know I could pitch them, and they could invest an amount that wouldn't hurt them. Do you know what I mean? But that would still help me a lot. But then I'm like, wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, like we need, like, let's say like 40 grand to get our orders off. So like, we need to get our orders out to be able to prove demand. And we also want the 200 grand to be one round and not too spread out, so that because we don't need another investment until year 3. Based on like our forecast, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, how long can one round take? Do you know what I mean? Because we don't need more than the 40 grand in the first initial, like, I think to like get through like the first order and like packaging designer, website, whatever. Also, do you pay yourself a salary?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah.
No, not yet.
Well, so that's why I was like, how long does it take? Why don't you pay yourself a salary? How much investment did you raise? Can I ask you that?
We've raised like 300K in cash.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where does all that money go?
Tech, living, new business, like investing in promoting the business. It goes everywhere.
When you say living, does it mean it pays for your cost of living as well?
Yeah.
So then you are paying yourself, kind of.
Yeah, so I said kind of. I said not really, but like I'm not paying myself a salary.
Right. Yeah. Because we're thinking of paying yourselves a salary, and then basically like that cost covers like a part of like our living expense, but not a big salary at all. It's all stuff. It's all learning stuff. I'm gonna get these 200 grand, and I'm gonna get it soon.
Yep.
Because I need to get that first order out.
So hold on, real quick though on that. So tell me about your product again.
Okay, so it's 100% biodegradable. Well, it's not 100% biodegradable. It's 100% organic GOTS certified cotton, which is like the highest quality of organic cotton that you can get. It's manufactured in the European market.
Hold on.
What?
What is it?
Pads and tampons.
Okay.
So
why can't you pre-sell it?
Okay. I don't know. Can I pre-sell it?
Yeah. Customers are the best investors. and get you investors. So if you can mock up the product and, promote the idea, pre-sell a certain number,
Right.
those are the signals that investors are interested in. If people are
Right.
willing to buy the product before it's even in their hands,
Right.
because of who you
How
are.
long before a launch can you start pre-selling though, before customers are like, what the fuck, like we bought this forever ago? Do you know what I mean?
Just tell them what it is. Hey, we're creating
Huh?
this. Say we're creating this product, and this is what it's going to do and what it's going to be, and it can be ready. It might be ready in 6 months. Like it doesn't matter. You just, whatever you communicate.
And they pay for it?
Yeah.
That is
If
very
if
smart.
if they see the value.
Hmm?
If they see the value.
Yeah. Yeah. That is very smart. Right. Because that is, I think, what the guy from Spill was saying as well. He was saying, like, investors love to see, like, that there's demand. So you have to create demand. And basically,
Right.
like, before he launched his thing, there was, like, a bunch of people that signed up, like, email lists and stuff like that. And then I would create demand by pre-selling. That is very smart, Kwame. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to make a big note of pre-sell. Right. Okay. You're right. I mean, I just had dinner the other day, which honestly applies to myself. My first in-person meeting for Lore, because we've met with a bunch of manufacturers, but usually on Zoom because they're in Europe. But the other day, they came for like Expo West, which is a natural materials expo, to LA, and they met with me in person because they wanted to deliver the samples to me, because basically right now we have like 4 manufacturers that we like, and we're gonna, when I get my period, which might be TMI, but I don't care, when I get my period, I'm gonna test out all the pads. We have a tampon manufacturer we already kind of like, and then I'm gonna test out all the pads, and then we're gonna make little packs basically with like whatever the 3 best manufacturers are, and then we're gonna like have friends of friends and friends try them out and rate them basically. Like we have this like sheet that they need to fill out for each of them, and so we'll do like testing, kind of like internal testing, but like it's like a group testing of like maybe like 20 girls or something, and so that we know what manufacturer kind of gets the best review, and then that's kind of like who we'll settle with. So I had a meeting with these manufacturers, and they were telling me that a brand in Poland actually did exactly what you said, which is they created a website and we're going to be selling biodegradable organic period care in Poland, and they've posted like a bunch on Instagram and on Facebook.
Update the update info form to where it has the same automated population of the @ symbol and the HTTPS thing and all of the other differences from the original form, because someone just submitted for updates and it didn't populate. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Did you
can
stop
hear you.
listening to me?
No. I wouldn't do that, baby.
Okay. So that is exactly what you're telling me about, basically.
Yes.
One second. My mom's trying to call me on the phone. Okay. Okay, that's so smart. Right. Oh, Kwame, I have like a little bit, like I believe in this like 100%, but like 5% is like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? How am I going to be able to make money out of this? What if the German market isn't ready and they don't want to buy the shit?
That's a possibility.
No, it's not. It's not a possibility, Kwame. It's not.
It is. That's the deal, though. It is. It's all right.
But you know what I will say is we're doing period care. Everything is going towards sustainability, right? And we are creating something that will not lose demand because, one, women will always get their periods. They have always gotten their periods throughout history, no matter if there's going to be a war or whatever. Women are going to bleed from their vaginas. And everything is moving towards sustainability. So women are getting tired of like the toxic products that they're using now. They're becoming more aware. So I really don't see a high chance. I don't really see a chance of it not working. I just see a chance of it maybe taking longer or shorter to take off. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think?
I think that whoever talks to the most people dealing with the problem and tests the most solutions against that problem will win and build the best
That shall
solution.
be me.
Huh?
And that shall be me.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like I am impartial to whatever your product is right now.
What?
I said I'm impartial to what your product is and if it'll sustain. Like I don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows yet. If you, Dagan, talk to more women dealing with these problems
Yeah.
than anyone else, and then you test more solutions
Mm-hmm.
against those problems than anyone else, you will have the best business for this issue. Period.
Right.
Like that's what we're going to do with Bear Health. Like Bear Health will be the best solution for Black health because not because we have just great ideas, but because we talk to more people with the problem and test more solutions. And the more solutions you test, the closer you get to finding the actual one. You know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that should be
I'm
what
gonna
you're
write it
committed
down.
to. Yeah, that's what you need to commit to. Not my product is going to be the best product in the world. It's I'm going to talk to more women with this problem, and I'm going to help solve those problems for these women more than anyone else.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, the compound annual growth rate of sustainable period care is is around 7 to 8%, and the regular compound annual growth rate of just like regular like period products is around like 3.4. So it's outgrowing the market like by a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it wasn't, you could go grab some of the market. I mean, that's great that it's growing.
Yeah, and I shall grab the market, Kwame.
Yes, you do need to believe that is going to happen.
I believe.
But your day to day needs to be the fundamentals.
Fixing the issue.
Yes, solving a problem.
Yeah.
For people.
Okay, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Very good point. I wrote it down in my notes.
Nice.
It's very good. All right. That's so smart. I didn't even fucking think about pre-selling them. What the hell? That's why I need to talk to you.
Who's your business partner?
Her name's Rachel Hochhammer. She's my best friend since like 11, 10 years.
Okay.
And she lives in the Netherlands. She's Dutch, so that's why we're launching in Germany and the Netherlands. She's Dutch, so she has like a connection to the Netherlands, speaks Dutch, and then I'm German, so German is the biggest market in Europe for period care. It's like valued 1.5 billion euros a year. Combined, it's like 1.3 to 1.5 billion. Mm-hmm. And then the Dutch market is really small. It's like 250 million or something, but it is super like adaptable to sustainability, and it's really close in culture to Germany, so we wouldn't really have to change much of the packaging. We wouldn't have to change the packaging or our ads except for language. So that's why we kind of decided on those two. But then I was talking to those ladies, and they were telling me they're Polish manufacturer, and they were telling me that Germany apparently is like the hardest market to break into because they're like incredibly loyal to whatever like they use. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like, now I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. But why? What do you think about the thing that Rachel's? I think it's good for our story for sure. Like women, best friends, like taking over a field that was like predominantly led by men forever, actually completely led by men forever, which is like, we're making products for women, like for people, from people who use them for people who use them, basically. Mm-hmm. Versus like Tampax and all those CEOs are all men and they've never fucking had a period in their life. Mm-hmm. Why did you ask the question about Rachel?
Yeah, just to get to know her potential network.
Right. think the way like we have it set up right now, she's gonna kind of take care of logistics and like like overseeing like shipping and packaging and like all that stuff in Europe and overseeing just like money and stuff. And I will be focusing mainly on like brand development, marketing. Like what we're doing is founder-led marketing. So it's basically like us. It doesn't cost us anything. It's just like me on Instagram talking about periods and like doing like all the Instagram, TikTok, not necessarily trends, but more like education on periods, education on products, education on just generally whatever the fuck people have told us about periods that is completely incorrect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also this tool that you should use for that called Pod Pitch.
Okay.
It costs like $300 a month, but it's the best tool that I use for building a personal brand.
What did you say, my love?
It's called Pod Pitch, like podcast, like podcast pitch. But it's Pod Pitch.
Okay.
It's $300 a month, but it automates the process of you getting booked on podcasts.
Oh, wait, how does that work?
Basically, you create a profile on the page, and then it looks through the entire global podcast database. You can even focus on the target market that you're looking at, or the podcast that your target market listens to. And then you can be on shows based on like the category that you work in, so it'll be targeted in that sense. And so yeah, it gives you an opportunity to get a lot of long form content of yourself, telling your story, sharing your passion, get clips from that, and also those audiences are going to be the audiences that might buy your product or even pre-order your product. Be a good way to get that done.
And it's 300 euros a month, dollars a month.
Dollars a month, yeah.
That's quite expensive.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Worth it. Have you gone on podcasts?
Yeah, I've been on like 50.
50?
50 in the past 6 months, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And did you feel like your revenue, like how many customers and stuff you got from it has grown?
No, we weren't selling until a month ago.
Right.
So, not really, but like the opportunities that come from it are pretty great.
Okay, that's amazing.
These early opportunities, conversations, the podcast.
Do you have to go in person?
No, they've been all pretty much virtual.
Because then I could do it in Germany, because obviously, like, I'm pretty far right now. See, you're giving me so much valuable advice. Thank you, my sweetheart.
Of course.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay, pod pitch. One thing I'm worried about is that I haven't spoken German enough in a long time, and that I'll sound not German enough. Do you know what I mean? Because German people really like German people just be selling their own product to them. Like, they don't really like other countries that much. Apparently, like consumers, like if an American company were to come in, they'd be like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?" kind of type of vibe. You know?
Right.
So I'm gonna start listening to German podcasts so that I can sound better when I'm speaking, like sound more like natural. That's good. Okay, podcasts are good. That's very smart. Wow, you're so smart.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. How long do you think a round could take if let's say I get 40 grand day after tomorrow, and I start, you would advise, okay, if I were to get 40 grand tomorrow, would you advise me to not order my product yet, but create pre-order demand first and use maybe the 40 grand to like whatever we need to like set up our business, get a shareholders agreement, whatever, all that stuff? Would you use it for that rather than trying to get the product on the market as fast as possible?
Yes. And I would spend that money on promoting this store.
What did you say?
I said I would spend that money on promoting. So I was talking to my mentor, and you don't have an answer to this just yet, but I think for everybody the answer is the same right now.
Everybody what, my love?
The answer to this question, I think, is the same for everyone right now in the world, every business in the world, damn near every business. but it's what's the one thing that makes everything else easier to do or unnecessary?
Wait, I didn't hear that part, my love. You said what is?
What's the one thing that you can do that makes everything else that you do for your business either easier or unnecessary? Right.
I don't really get it. What is the one thing I can do?
Well, I think for every business, it's just online social media marketing.
Okay.
So the more you market, the less you have to sell the product and convince people to buy it. The more you market and the better you market, the more people will just come to you for your product. And so that's what is, it's also the easiest like way to measure like what's working. Social media marketing is the easiest way to measure what's working and what's converting versus like other avenues, and it's just cheapest.
Other what?
Other avenues like sales and stuff like that. It's hard to calculate the amount of time it took you to get a sale and things like that. Social media marketing, you create a piece of content, you post it, you put some money behind it. If it does well, it converts to a certain amount of people filling out your pre-order form or whatever. And yeah, so that's what I would spend that money on. That's if I got 40 grand pre-seed for your product, I would not go buy. I would go buy maybe a little bit just so that like I can, experience the product or like maybe do some demos like for in-person meetups and stuff like that. But I would only.
Well, the thing is, the minimum order quantity is around like 10K per SKU, like per size, basically. So like, if we were to get day pads and night pads, it would be 10K of the day pads, 10K of the night pads, not monetary value, like pieces, basically.
How much is
packs.
it? How much is that?
Well, it depends. We were originally going with a different manufacturer who had a lower MOQ, but I didn't like their product as much. So now we're deciding between the manufacturers. So it depends on, hey, mama. So it depends on, she's walking past me, she doesn't see me. It's okay. So it depends on how, which one we're going to go with. But it's probably going to be like, I can check our financial plan. It's going to be a little chunk of money. Let's see.
Under 10 grand or over 10 grand?
Over 10 grand.
Nice, all right.
Is what I'm thinking.
So the minimum order is 10,000 units?
Yeah.
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 That's a high minimum.
It is. I can try to get them down with like basically, I could try to get them down, but the prices go up as soon as you get them down on minimum order quantities. But I could try to get them down and have like sign like a thing that like my next order will be promised to be with them for like 10 or 20 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is quite high. For the top ones, it's not as high. For the top ones, it's like 4,300. Yeah.
Yeah, I would spend as little as I could on some sample products for like in-person like promo stuff.
Yeah.
And then I would use that content and then put money behind that content to get the pre-order situation.
Right. Well, the thing is, they won't. So basically, like to get okay. So like once we get like the money, I need to hire a packaging designer so that the packaging designer can create like the packaging and like the brand kind of like overlook, which we already have, but like refine it a little bit. And then when we order, the minimum order quantity is that high because the packaging people are different than the manufacturer. So they only do like 15K off a size or something. And then we would have to be able to have samples in our packaging, we would have to do the minimum order quantity and put the order in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't have samples. I could have samples outside of our packaging. Like I could have samples just like free, like, do you know how period pads look?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how they come in like a little pouch, plastic pouch, or is this going to be bioplastic? But basically, I could have that bioplastic pouch that we're going to have eventually. I could have that, but I couldn't have our package itself because it's white labeling.
That's okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's okay to not have your packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once we go with a company, I could order more samples, but they would come in that company's packaging. I would just have to take them out.
I think like, could you order like just separately, like different, like a bunch of boxes?
What did you say, my love?
Could you order your packaging like in a smaller quantity?
I don't think so. No. I mean, I could look into it, but the
somebody here can
manufacturer.
produce it for you. Somebody here can produce your packaging in a small quantity. It'll be higher.
That's true.
But like somebody can do it. And again, you
Yeah.
just want product for promo purposes in person so you can get content.
Right. So you're saying order, like, let's say, order like, I don't know, like a few packages of tampons and pads for the promo purposes. Have somebody do, like, print our packaging, like print just like less packaging if they can, and then put, like, transfer the pads into that and make like fake kind of setups of how it would look. Right?
What do you mean fake setups?
Not fake setups, but like they're like usually like they would pack it at the manufacturing like firm, but I would pack it at home into our packaging from the sample package.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's smart. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you want to spend as little money to get as much results at all times.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's very helpful. Look how helpful you're being. Thank you so much for giving me all this good advice, my love.
No problem.
Okay, so now tell me about your personal life.
That's okay.
It's only okay?
No, I just said that's okay.
You don't want to?
Not on personal life talking right now.
Right, because you're in your business thing?
In my zone, yeah.
Okay, my love. Well, then don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. But I'm good. Personal life is good.
Yeah.
So my business is my life, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yep.
Do you ever want to be venture capital back?
I mean, I'm open to it.
What do you feel like is the difference?
I mean, when you're venture backed, you kind of have a job.
You have a job?
Kind of.
Oh, why?
Because they need their money back.
Right. Right.
Yeah, ideally you don't have to raise money. Have to. And when you raise money and you don't have to, then you don't really have a job. They want you so bad that they're willing to take your terms.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. Well, I feel like we would need just like a higher amount of money once we want to expand across like larger, like bigger markets, basically.
Yeah.
But at that point, we will already have proven demand, and our business will have been in place for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And making money.
Exactly.
And then we would have more leverage. That's what you're saying, right?
That's right.
Right. Wow, so many things to learn.
Get in the field.
Huh?
I said get in the field.
Yeah. That's good.
I do have to make a social media post now, though.
Okay, my love. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to explain all this stuff to me and to help me out. I really, really appreciate it. You've given me incredibly good advice.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Calling is better. I don't really do well with text.
Yeah, I'm not very good at texting either.
Yeah, so.
All right. And you sent me Build Apps Lovable. Okay, perfect. I'll
Yeah,
check that out today.
yeah. Create something with that today. Send me what
Okay.
you create before the end of the day.
And what?
I said before the end of the day.
Oh my God. Okay, I shall try.
It's real simple. No, I mean at least just submit one prompt with your
Right.
with your business information.
Okay, that's good. I will do that.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you.
no problem. I appreciate you too.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Say it back, you arsehole. You never want to say it back.
I just said it.
Okay. I couldn't hear you. Okay, my love. Have a good day. I will keep you updated. And call me someday when you're in personal talk mode.
Okay.
Okay. Love you, babe. Bye-bye.
Bye. Trent. We live, baby. We live. I'm about to post it tonight, I think. Oh no, I gotta get it on. I probably need to post a Nola color. I need all three of the things.
All Infinity Stones.
Is the Infinity Stones of social media promotion in New Orleans.
Yes. Yes.
That's funny. This is all I need. Till it's R.I.P. Get it back on me for no good reason. Actually, move the search bar back to where it was at first, below the categories. But still raise the distance, or not raise the distance, reduce the distance between the feature today and the text in the hero banner. And also modify the text in the hero banner to where the word here isn't at the bottom by itself on the mobile version. Yeah, bro. Not ready, son. I need to eat though, cause it's about past my time. On my way. Who wanna fights I'm taking? Big foundation. You should slide too and get your back, bro. Reduce the space between the featured today and the text on the hero banner to where I can at least see the first business without having to scroll on the mobile version. Also, it looks like you removed the featured today copy that was above the featured businesses. I need you, yeah, I really do. Show me what to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Only thing. Someone who get money would not take it from me. I'ma call away, mommy, come and rescue me. The featured today icon is not still there. It's not there on the mobile or on the desktop. Thank you. Now it's there. It looks like you reduced the space so much to where you removed the vibrant New Orleans image in the background. Oh wait, never mind. You can create You can create a little more space between the text in the hero banner and the featured today. Maybe like 3/4 of an inch between feature today and right here. Louisiana. San Antonio. I think there should be a search bar in the top, probably on the header. And maybe add an additional 3/4 an inch space between feature today and right here. Add a little more space between feature today and right here on mobile. There we go. I know, Shawty. When people click the search bar on mobile, it should expand to where they can see what they're typing. Right now, when you click it, it's hard to see what you're typing. And maybe it's time to incorporate a menu button because it's getting jumbled on the header. And maybe the submit a business button can be right below the header text. What's up? Hello? Yep. How's it going? It's going. Honestly, it sounds like the same for me. Day's going great. No, live. Add the word categories to the all drop down in the menu bar. Also, when I start typing a business name in the search bar, can it start populating businesses that like match the search, like below, like basically to where I can start seeing businesses that match what I'm searching? Because right now I just type in a search and I don't see what's changing on the screen. Is this cool, bro? Is it this cool?
Yes, sir.
They done fucked up, bro. I need to make 2 posts in 10 minutes. I'm done editing this goddamn website.
Create a new product every week using AI. So basically, at the top of the week, choose create a new product. I just decided that I'm going to create a new product every week using AI. So basically, at the top of the week, I'm gonna have a particular problem that I want to solve. I just decided that I'm going to create a new product every week using AI. So basically, at the top of the week, I'm gonna have a particular problem that I want to solve. It really isn't going to necessarily be focused on health. It could be on any category, or really just anything that I see on the internet. Like if I see something on the internet, or I see something in my life. I just decided that I'm going to create a new product every.
Fire. That's fucking crazy.
Every week using AI. It's a cognitive state that should have a textbook about me. Cause I'm a genius live from the problem that I want to solve. It's a
cocky to say that you have a textbook about me. Cause I'm a genius life in the South, got something to say, and I say it proudly. I realize you can still be real if you don't promote or condone violence. Too many bishops running around, too many Raheems dead, they done shot him. Got the juice from an apple fruit, make lemonade, some shine. Make water the wine, make break the slime, and wear my crown, some shine. I read the blogs on checked online, I'm seeing what they saying. Track record clean, co-signed is valid. This kid, he might be the great.
Like test out the process that I'm
Is it
creating in real time and just show the process of building each one. Create a new product every week using it. Just decided that I'm going to
All right, Chad, we signing off. Peace out.